A friend of mine told me we would go in there for that, and something else they no longer care.
It's now 6:30. I'd like to call this July 23rd of 2026 City Council meeting to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Councilperson Cosner,
Here,
Councilman Nestor,
Present.
Councilman Bass,
Here.
Councilman Orchakowski,
Present.
Mayor Mosher.
Present.
Mayor, you note 5 present and a quorum.
This time I'd like to ask Pastor Bass to lead us in prayer.
Our Father, we thank you for your loving kindness and for your tender mercy. We come before you with humbleness, and we come before you, God, in peace. And we ask you now, as we open up our meeting, that you bless the efforts of the mayor, council, and all the city officials. Bless all the citizens in Monessen, and God, let us have vision that we can make this city better. We thank you for your goodness and your mercy, and we bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, public comment.
Do we have any minutes? Unfortunately, I think I've fallen behind on the minutes again. Didn't get distributed, so we'll hold those off to the next meeting. At this time, I'd like to invite citizens with public comment directed to the mayor on agenda items only.
Ernie Telegraphers, 29 Rex. I don't know who could provide me with the answers, but I noticed on page 4, Council Anthony has over $178,000 he's gonna administer tonight. Do we have this money in the bank?
It's the only place it is. Where do you think it is?
I don't know. So, when you dish this out tonight, how much is gonna be left in the account?
I'll have to report on that.
Okay, but you're gonna report it?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I've done for the last 6 years.
No, I don't know, sometimes they don't add up. Okay, the biggest thing is, what are we doing to bring in people? And Karen Costner is only bringing in, bread and circus. I was up at the, ball field Sunday, and the wives and mothers of the kids were cutting the grass, the infield. So what's going on there? They were trimming it so their kids don't get hurt. So I brought their attention last meeting and nobody acted on cutting the grass.
Let's talk about agenda items only.
where's that?
Well, councilman, woman,
No, agenda items. It's on page and an item number.
okay, what are you gonna do with the $2,500 grant you're getting from the Lions Club?
I'm gonna talk about that. I don't wanna give away the surprise till I get to that
Okay,
point.
I'll listen and see what you're gonna talk about.
Make your name and address too.
Hi, my name is Faith Brendan. I live at 205 Perenni Boulevard here in Monessen.
Okay.
I have a folder for all of you if you would like it. It has an updated information about the event and a site map and also a traffic pattern map if you guys would like to take a look at those.
This is what event?
This is for Harmony in the Streets on August 29th at the Boat Launch Park behind SPHS. We want to have a car audio show, but also vendors, handmade crafts, things like that. Local vendors in the area can set up for a small fee. Food vendors also. I still have some questions, so I haven't made any choices really yet. as far as the rules as food vendors. But not only that, it's a resource fair. So we already have SPHS, the Hope Squad on board, and Gateway Rehab. I come from addiction, homelessness, a lot of those things myself, and that's what my nonprofit is about, is walking people through those transitions successfully. So this is just to announce us to the community that we're here, and then we have a few other events planned throughout the winter seasons also.
Okay, very good.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it was. Well, I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of a break. I was gone for a good portion of the last 2 weeks. I was, went to Colorado first, then to Grand Canyon, which I strongly urge people to see. It's just fantastic. And I attended a service for a good friend of mine in New Mexico. The time that I have been here has been spent largely on addressing CDBG and learning how to process invoices that we have for the paving of the streets that we've done. It's become very obvious to me that our engineer has figured out ways to get streets paved very inexpensively, and we're gonna have some money left over. We can talk about other streets that qualify, that meet CDBG requirements, that we might be able to do. That will take council action as well. Other than that, I'm gonna turn it over to Karen and ask her to read my motions, if she would, please.
Okay, A.
Oh, wait. I skipped around a whole bunch of things. Let's talk about any correspondence.
No, Mayor.
Does the solicitor have anything you'd like to talk about?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Tonight's agenda, you'll see a first reading for the LERTA ordinance. We discussed that at, this month's work session. The solicitation ordinance that's been discussed, just updating some of the procedures. That's also on your agenda tonight for, first reading and advertisement. And I don't know if council's aware of this, but the separation project, the sewage authority did get all their permits in hand. That project, I believe, started a week and a half ago. Familiar contractor with the city, I believe it's Insight Pipe that is doing the lining portion of that project. So everything, according to when I talked to the sewage authority, looked at the permits, it's moving forward. That's all I have.
Thank you. Does the treasurer have a report for us?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right.
Mayor, council, and citizens of Monessen, this is my report for June 2026. Garbage fees and city real estate taxes collected for the month. Garbage fees revenue. Current, June we received $9,697.60. Year to date, $491,763.05. Budget amount, $686,924. Garbage fees delinquent. June, we received $5,888.61. This includes the amount collected by Portnoy of $3,464.61, also pending interest from Portnoy, $89.51. Year to date, garbage fees delinquent, we received $52,163.64. Amount collected by Portnoy, $10,453.29. That's included in the above amount, and also penalties and interest from Portnoy, $284.66. That is included in the total. Budget amount for the year was $75,000. Penalty and interest from Portnoy, budget amount is $2,500. Garbage fees collected for next year, 2027, $2,779, budget amount $5,000. Total we received in June, $15,675.72. Year-to-date, we received $546,990.35. Budget amount, $769,424. City real estate taxes revenues. Current, we received in June, $78,790.29. Year-to-date, $1,833,539.65. Budget amount, $1,487,000. City taxes prior year collected, we have received nothing in June. Year-to-date, we received $9,156.04. Budget amount, $10,000. Subtotal for June, total was $78,790.29. Year-to-date, $1,842,695.69. Delinquent city taxes collected by Westmoreland County. June, we received $74,246.54. Year-to-date, we received $122,505.88. Budget amount was $250,000. Total taxes year-to-date. For real estate, we received $1,965,201.57. The budget amount is $1,747,000. Distribution as follows. Year-to-date, general fund, $1,281,965.40. Budget amount, $1,034,505.90. Debt service, year-to-date, $347,900.95. Budget amount, $280,745.60. Library, year-to-date, $37,222.48. Budget amount, $30,037.40. Parks, year-to-date, $175,606.86. Budget amount, $141,711.10. Year-to-date total was $1,842,695.69. Budget amount, $1,487,000. Miscellaneous income. Real estate transfer tax. June, we received $6,191.79. Year-to-date, $49,612.86. Budget amount, $70,000. Earned income tax. June, we received $80,864.35. Year-to-date, $414,875.23. Budget amount, $700,000. Mercantile tax. June, we received $2,226.26. Year-to-date, $14,120.98. Budget amount was $21,000. Local service tax. June, we received $967.06. Year-to-date, $35,220.57. Budget amount, $70,000. Tax certifications. June, we received $1,450. Year-to-date, $11,170. Budget amount, $20,000. Municipal lien letters. June, we received $975. Year-to-date, $6,600. Budget amount, $12,000. Line usage account. Unsecured payments. June, we received $648. Year-to-date, $9,073. Line usage fee. We received $77,466.75. Year-to-date, $447,246.14. Total year-to-date of unsecured payments and line usage fees is $456,319.14. Mayor, that concludes my report for the month.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
Mayor, motion to accept the treasurer's report for garbage fees and city real estate tax collection report for the month of June.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes. This time I'd like to ask the city controller for his report.
Honorable Mayor and Council, the Controller's Report for July of 2026. General Fund, CFS Bank, checking account, bank reconciliation as of June 30th, 2026. Ending bank balance as of June 30th, 2026, $1,067,634.41. Deposits, $327,285.64. Expenses, $427,847.41. Ending balance of June 30th, 2026, $967,072.64. Outstanding checks, $542,144.09. Outstanding deposits of $618,666.63, with a reconciled balance to bank statement of $1,043,595.18. That concludes my control report.
Thank you. Well, now it's time for you to read my motions, if you would please.
Motion to approve the Private Industry Council Experience Works Youth Employment Program Worksite Agreement 2026 for the provision of a youth employment position for utilization at the City of Monessen Civic Center for 8 hours per day and up to 40 hours per week at no financial cost to the City of Monessen and would only require supervision.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve resolution of the City of Monessen authorizing the Housing Consortium Cooperation Agreement within the County of Westmoreland.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions?
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go first.
I was just wondering by any chance, have they replied back to your emails about what HUD has been doing and,
Yes.
okay,
They did not say anything about what they've been doing for the City of Monessen other than the Eisenberg building. But they were still researching that.
okay.
So what's the benefit of this?
I wish I really knew, other than the fact that we don't have the wherewithal to do it on our own. It requires that you have a existing board, designed to satisfy their needs, before you can even join. It's amazing to me that every municipality in the county, I do believe, is working with the county, as opposed to nobody's doing it on their own. What research I've seen thus far is it would be comparable to working with the CDBG budget, the complexity and all that involves.
Is there any cost involved in it?
No. We've been members of it for at least 10 years, if probably more. I'm twisted. I really don't know what to say about it.
So is there a time limit that we have to say yes or no?
Yes, we need to get them going so they can apply for their yearly thing, just like we have to do with our CDBG.
So we're not gonna lose CDBG?
No, this has nothing to do with CDBG. Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve utilization of the City Park walking track area for food, truck, and vendor events by Lillian Hurst, Greater Monessen Neighborhood Organization on the dates of August 15th, 2026, September 26th, 2026, and October 24th, 2026.
Is there a second?
Second.
Questions?
Yes, are we adding any fees to this, or what, are we gonna waive it since it's open to the public?
I'd like to point out that her request also included, moving bleachers there. And as I understand it, it would take 4 people of our
Crew.
staff with a minimum of 2 hours to take them there and a minimum of 2 hours to remove them, which works out to about $800 per weekend, or per day. And we got three days, that's $2,400 it'll cost the city for that alone. By the time you add that and the alcohols. So,
Wasn't she also asking for a porta-john?
yes, that the bleachers and the porta john worked out to about $800 a day. I really don't have a big issue with her just using the park. I mean, that's what the parks are for. But when you start asking for all these additional things and start costing city money, I have some concerns.
So, these dates, are there weekends, I take it?
They're Saturdays.
So that means the street
Overtime.
crew would have. Do we have a fee or anything for utilization of the city park walking track?
We've never defined a fee, and I think we should, but we've never done that to date.
I thought that was already completed.
I thought it was too.
I'm unaware of it.
Now, last meeting, I think we had a discussion that we were gonna look into creating a fee for that and creating a form for that, just like we have for the Civic Center and the pavilions. And even if our guys did this on Friday, that means that they're being pulled away from other things that they need to do for those 2 hours on Friday and an additional 2 hours on Monday. And I just, have some reservations about that.
Why did she need bleachers?
I don't know.
That's what her letter indicated. She said she wanted bleachers.
Can you approve this minus the bleachers and porta john?
We can do whatever we wanna do. To offer food trucks to the population.
I'd say,
You're right.
all right, Mayor, no.
Yeah, but
Provost,
it's not
so
for
anyway,
subject discussion.
I would say approve it, except for except for the bleachers, that's, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna come up with a fee for that, but
Just as an
but
example.
the
her
porta
food
potties
truck-
at least need to be cleaned out, because I was at the walking track not too long ago, and they are destroyed.
We have a contract to do that. I
So,
mean, our guys don't
I
do
would
that.
I would suggest that we remind the contractor to come up and clean those
Okay,
prior to those events, so that avoids us from getting a porta potty up there.
okay.
The other concern I have is she plugs into our, the food trucks plug into our power there. She, charges for our power where we're not charging her.
Yeah, so I'd say approve the dates, but, I don't know.
I would say table
Table it.
this and let her come back to us with more concrete information, and let us also challenge her back on this, and this, and see what she says.
That's fine, but one of her dates is August the 15th, which is past our work session, which we don't normally.
Well, week before.
Again, that's my suggestion. I'm not voting for something that is hearsay or whatever.
Well, she sent the letter quite some time back, and I circulated it to council, so, I mean, we've had our opportunity to talk to her.
We did, that's kind of on our end
Right.
for not going forward. I mean, I feel bad for the dates because that falls on us. I mean, there was email sent out. I'd say let her have the date, but we need to just let her know that there, we can't offer these amenities without a fee.
At a minimum, we need to require that the trucks have vendor permits.
That's two.
So that vendor permit includes inspections for food safety and so forth. So, I think that would be a minimum requirement that we place upon her.
That's also required by the city ordinance for food trucks.
Can we approve the one date, August 15th, and then give us time?
All right, you just.
We can, hey, come on now, this is not subject for discussion, this is our discussion.
There's too many questions. and I'm sorry, between the food trucks having their license from Westmoreland County to providing, and we've talked about this, insurance to the city to be on file. She should already know how many trucks she plans on bringing. I mean, there are gonna be 3, there are gonna be 200 sitting down there parking. I mean, who knows, you know? Is she willing to pay for an extra porta potty? What is your reason for the bleachers? God, we have an amphitheater, what do you need the bleachers for? I'm not quite sure about that one.
All right,
Well-
I'd say we table it and then send her an email back with these questions. While we're here, we should just probably write these questions down so we can have, Mike, you wouldn't mind sending the email out to
Mhm.
her?
So would you like to make that motion to just table it?
Motion to table.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded, call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Aye.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to
Hold-
approve,
prior to we go, I apologize, as I stated, we should probably tell Mike these questions now while we're all together
Okay.
to avoid us talking over email.
Which we should.
So what are some questions we wanna ask Lillian?
What's the reason for the bleachers? And
Okay.
she must obviously have an expectation of a lot of people.
What were some of the ones that you had?
insurance.
How many trucks is-
Insurance, with insurance,
It needs to be on file.
and they need to provide,
But this wouldn't only be for her. It would
This would
be
be
for
for everybody-
anybody who
anybody
has food trucks has to have proof of
they
insurance.
need, they need proof of insurance, they need to, provide
Permits.
permits and health inspections.
At least 7 to 10 days before the event.
All of that's covered by your food truck ordinance.
That might be true, but the problem I don't wanna see is
that your
one of the
shed is
trucks
made.
that doesn't have it for some reason and we didn't catch it and someone gets sick, whether we had an ordinance or not, they're gonna come back at the city and say, why didn't you do this? Does that make sense, Counselor?
It does. The list you're saying though is contained within,
Okay,
Might be worthwhile to send a copy of the ordinance to her.
Yeah, and I'd send her the yeah, thank you, Mike, and I don't know if you folks had any other questions you wanted to ask her?
if that's also the case, then she should be required to sign and accept those terms too.
At some point, we really need to spend some time, maybe in our next work session, to find a rental fee for the walking track. Okay?
Thank you, everyone.
Need a vote on it.
Well,
We did.
we already passed, we did the vote,
We tabled it.
but I wanted to make sure that we got these questions out in the open,
I thought we had to take that,
so we didn't have to
pass it to vote for the table.
break any quorum.
Okay? Continue, please.
Motion to approve the first reading and advertising for amendments to the solicitation permitting process within the city of Monessen.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Would this also apply to somebody in the park selling things?
no, there's a food truck ordinance for this.
Okay.
This is your
This has
door-to-door
nothing to do with-
salesman.
okay.
Correct.
Four doors out. Okay. We have a motion and a second. Let's call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Aye.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve promotional civil service testing for the position of sergeants within the city of Monessen Police Department.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Aye.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve an extension for police services agreement with the Westmoreland County Housing Authority effective June 1st, 2026 through June 1st, 2027.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Aye.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve the permit approval process for the upcoming Victory for Jesus event in the city of Monessen on September 12th, 2026.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions?
Question,
This is strictly for the parade permit, but go ahead.
where is this supposed to be? they're needing a permit.
It's gonna run from the Orchard, as I understand it, from the Orchard Church down to, I believe, Third Street, and then back on Schoonmaker.
Okay,
The permits for, so this part to be approved, so PennDOT gives them permission to walk on the road.
Okay, if that's the case, why does H say the street and what times, and G
It's
does
at 10,
not?
it's 10:30 in the morning, it starts at 10:30 in the morning.
And it also doesn't say what's being closure for the street either.
Yeah.
If you did it on
It's
one,
not-
if
it's
you
not
did it
gonna-
on one, you gotta do it on the other.
It's not gonna close the street, it will be a moving event. So let's correct this motion. Motion to approve the permit approval process, this is PennDOT. Let me change it. Motion to approve the PennDOT permit approval process for the upcoming Victory for Jesus event in the city of Monessen on September the 12th at 10:30 in the morning,
10:30 to what?
as long as it takes a walk.
If I remember, I think we approved of this before with a bunch of other motions for, you know.
We've approved it every year for the past 3 years.
Yeah, but I swear last month we approved this one before, this
We
was prior
talked-
before the permit one
We,
came in place.
we talked about it, but we didn't.
Okay.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Aye.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve closure of Third Street within the city of Monessen between Donner Avenue and Schoonmaker Avenue for the Christian Center Church Festival and Street Fair from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And this is on,
26.
September the 26th.
26th.
So we need to modify that motion slightly. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions?
I have a comment, not
Okay.
a question. That's their 5th anniversary, so that's a really special event for them.
It is.
And I think they do a beautiful job in this town, and, that's, the whole facility is beautiful. Every time I drive by, I'm proud that we have them there. Just a comment.
Okay. Any other comments, questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Aye.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve a community event at the Herman Mihalich Boat Launch Area and Park on August 29th, 2026 by the Fighting Against Inequities Through Healing Incorporated Faith Incorporated nonprofit featuring a car show, kids corner activities, and 16 food and related vendors on display.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions?
Yes, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you
I was
did-
just gonna say, we're gonna need permits as well for vendors and anything food related prior to the event starting, not after.
Right, I knew about, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I knew about the, food trucks, I got the permit forms actually from the receptionist for them, and that they need to get inspected. I just had questions about, like, vendor tents that wanna sell like baked goods and things like that.
Same thing,
Same thing?
same thing.
Okay.
So my question is, as like on the other one, time?
When are you gonna start that in the morning?
Hold on, there was a time.
1 to 5
Yeah, it was in
p.m.
our packet right here.
That's fine, but it's not on the motion.
Yeah, we need to add that.
Okay, motion to approve the community event at the Herman Mihalich Boat Launch Area and Park on September the 29th, 2026 from 1 to 5 by the Fighting Against Inequities and Through Healing Faith, Inc. nonprofit featuring a car show, kids corner activities, and 16 food and related vendors on display. Does that work?
That works. Big tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. And I get tongue twisted easily.
I'll second that.
Okay? Any other questions?
Yes, what kind, of inequities are you fighting against?
I come from many things in my past. As I mentioned, I'm an addict in recovery. I have significant home time. I'm a survivor of abuse, childhood abuse, marriage, abuse for marriage. I think it's many different things. I have mental health disorders, and I've come through all of those, exponentially well. And I want to share that walk with others and help them get through that transition back into life. You don't have to say stop where you are. Just wait to rewire your brain and change your thought processes and gain control of your life.
Anything else?
No.
Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion for first reading and approval of advertising of an ordinance of the Council of the City of Monessen, Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, repealing and replacing Chapter 350, Taxation, Article 4, Local Economic Revitalization Tax Assistance, LERTA.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve payment requisition number 45 in the amount of $185,325.96 for Phase 3 work performed by WEC Engineers Incorporated in the amount of $35,684.28 for work completed from May 30th, 2026 through June 26th, 2026, and 2 invoices for Insight Pipe, Inc. for $149,641.68 for work completed from May 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2026.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Just to point out, this is all from the grant that comes after the USDA loan. Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve change order number 11, which makes a final quantities adjustment due to less than required dig spot repairs in pipe sizes during pre-lining inspections, First Street and Oneida Street from McKee Avenue to Schoonmaker Avenue, removed from the project due to spot repairs within the state route that will require future hop repairs and a 30-day time extension to complete change order 10 manhole lining.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? This is a reduction, by the way, in the project. Call the roll.
Would, I apologize, Mayor, would this resolve the issue that we're having on the intersection of Schoonmaker and First Street
No, it
with
has
that one?
nothing to do with it,
Okay. All right.
unfortunately. Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes. Chakowski, it's your turn.
Thank you, Mayor. Make a motion to pay the following invoices from the general fund in the amount of $54,075.99.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the grant account in the amount of $1,340.82.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the Parks Fund in the amount of $1,258.68.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the Rec Fund Board in the amount of $267.75.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following motion to pay the following invoices from the Liquid Fuels Fund in the amount of $14,076.04.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the Line Usage Fund in the amount of $24,400.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve the transfer of $81,326.52 from the general fund to the payroll account for payroll.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Nestor,
Aye.
Councilman Bass,
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski,
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Following balances are as follows. Debt service, $960,506.08. Fire escrow is $897,000 $89,772.49. Grant fund has $196,176.20. Healthcare has $7,908.44. Excuse me here. My papers are sticking. Line usage has $713,401.01. Liquid fuels has $163,752.50. Parks has $236,461.10. Paving escrow account has $876,000. Ooh, no, wrong one. $87,637.09. Wish we had $876,000. I don't know why he put that in there. Rec fund has $591.02. Refuse has $249,808.02. And the general fund has $587,650.70. Mayor, that's my report.
Thank you. John, your turn.
I think it's,
Oh, did I skip one? Yeah, my apologies. I'm getting really out of whack here tonight. Bishop Bass, your turn.
Well, thank you. I'd like to make a report for June, and again, my responsibility is the streets and public areas, excuse me, which is a lot. And when I came on council, I'm hoping to make a difference. I just don't want to sit here at every monthly meeting, but I want to make a difference. And so I'm trying to do things to make a difference, which I will explain. But anyway, the garbage was collected downtown. City lots were cut, and some roads were coal patched, and they provided help. The street department helped to the park department as needed. I tell you what, I've always struggled with this coal patch because it seems to be so ineffective. And I wish that was an area that we can look at to try and come up with something else that'll be a little bit more efficient and permanent. All right, excuse me, my voice is all messed up, but I'm sure you can understand me. Another thing, as part of the street department, I do believe, in addition to council, it's my responsibility to try to manage the streets. And I looked at this, I drove around almost every street in Monessen, and it's gonna take a lot of money for us to fix the streets in Monessen. But we do have to try. So I'm trying to put together a plan to make a suggestion. But my concern, again, is the streets and the alleys, because the alleys are in bad shape. So I suggest, I'm in the process, I'm gonna set up toward alleys. And I suggest that the members of council, we all get in a car and drive through the alleys and notate what we see and what alley we see it in.
We can't be together.
Beg your pardon?
We can't be together. That's all very, I like the sunshine.
We can't all make a tour.
Together.
Together we can.
We could break them up.
Yeah, well, how about if we went in 2 vehicles? Is that together?
Can't do that.
Well, we'll work that out, because I know we can work that out. And the only reason I'm suggesting that is because the thing that's converted me is that I've got a first-hand view of what is out there, and I'm not sure if some of the other council members have, maybe they have, but I think that we all need to look at that, the alleys, and we know
the condition of the streets.
There's
So-
many alleys that standard cars are not suitable for going through.
So we'll have to, well, so you're right, so at that point, we'll have to do what, Karen, what we did with Jewel, we'll have to get out
Lock it.
and walk. Those that are able to do that.
Yep.
But that is serious. Now, what I did was I drafted a letter. It's only draft. I meant to come down and talk to you all about this earlier, but I wasn't able. This is only a draft. It's not going anywhere yet. And even sitting here, I see a couple of grammatical errors that I need to fix. So remember, I'm just giving you this for your information. And when you get it, then we'll just briefly, I'll talk about it. I want to make a difference in the time I'm on here. And so we recognize, I'm sure, that the alleys and the streets are a big problem in Monessen. And I have people are stopping me, asking me, what am I doing about the streets? And it takes a lot of money, as you realize, for the conditions. But I think that if we want to try to entice people to move to our community and come into the town, so we have to be a little bit concerned about, not a little bit, we have to be concerned about what our town looks like. And driving around, in addition to the alleys and the streets, I noticed that there were a lot of lawns that are not cut. A lot of people in Monessen aren't doing that. So I talked to the code enforcement people. I even talked briefly to the solicitor last meeting. And they're saying that they are writing citations, but there seems to be, I believe they have two down there at the magistrate, and there's no actions done or taken on them. So what I think we need to do is we need to maybe talk, not argue or fight, no confrontations. That's not what I'm talking about, but we need to talk to Wayne and see what we can do and what he's willing to do to move that forward. And the reason is, as you see in the letter, nobody wants to prosecute. Nobody's looking to put people in jail and fine them. However, I gotta tell you, that was, for 40 years, that was part of my job. And I know that a lot of people, long as the word is out, write your citations and nothing's gonna happen, you're not gonna get any improvements. So somebody's gonna have to bite the bullet. That might be a bad choice of words, to take some strong action so that the message will be communicated around the community that you gotta cut your grass, you gotta fix up your house. You can't leave a lot of junk just piled in the yard. You've gotta take care of those issues. And if you're not, the code enforcement people will write a citation. It will be sent to the magistrate, and then the city will take some kind of action.
Everybody has to be treated equal on that, though.
Hey, that's,
Everybody, friends, family, all that has to be treated equal.
I agree with that 1,000%. And there's no problem. Everybody ought to be the same, and that's what my letter says, if you read it, exactly the point that he made. And I know this is a little bit complicated. I know money probably is tight, but we have to figure out some way, and on the enforcement end, to make these people do it. And I picked out 3 properties, which I don't want to say here now, that are really bad. And the house, one of the houses, the guy apparently doing some work on it, but that house is so bad, I just don't see how he's ever gonna bring that house up to code. And so those areas we need to address. And again, I'm not blaming the code enforcement people, that we all have a role in solving this problem. All right? And finally, let me say to you that as long as our city looks raggedy, people just come in town and ignore all our rules, regulations, then we're not gonna see a change. And don't forget the old saying everybody says, if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna end up, I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit different, with the same thing. So I'm trying to pay more attention to the streets and alleys, and that's why, John, I gotta talk to you too. I don't wanna step on your ground, the houses. That's enough of my sermon, sir.
Thank you. I, concur immensely. Sean, your turn.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, members of council, administrative staff, citizens of Monessen, real officers. Here's the following reports for the Public Safety Department. First report, we have the Monessen Municipal Fire Chief's report for June 2026. Vehicle accidents 3, automatic fire alarm 3, landing zone 2, wires down 1, carbon monoxide 2, structure fire 4, EMS assistance 2, trees down 10. Legal burn 1, bush fire 1. Calls outside the city are the following: structure fire, Charleroi 2, rubbish fire, assisting Rod Straver Township 1, standby for Jefferson Hills 1. Total calls 33, total firefighters 300, firefighters per call 9.09, total man hours 314.
Thank you to all the firefighters.
Following report will be the police department's receipts for the month of June 2026. Miscellaneous collection reports. We only had Charleroi prisoners were 350, which is a total of 350. Court receipts for the district's justice office are the following: vehicle code fines collected 803 cents, 3 cents. Crime code fines collected 123.22. Code enforcement collected $41.90. Total receipts for district justice office is $965.15 for a total of $1,315.15. Total citations for the month of June 57, year to date 312. I just had a few questions. Speaking of code, where are we standing with any more resumes? Did anything else come in yet? When is our cutoff? Because I'd like to start interviews as soon as possible, after vetting the resumes.
2 more have come in, Councilman, but we need to utilize the resources we have, and I can supply that report to you from both vendors and newspaper-related articles.
So,
Advertising.
we didn't place a cutoff yet in the advertising? No.
I don't think we should. I think we should try to develop this pool of folks as big as we can so we can whittle it down and
How does
find
council
somebody
feel
from
about taking a date and looking at these resumes and start interviewing? Since so far we've only had 2, we didn't have a date for expectations of when to turn these in for a deadline. When does council feel fit that we start just interviewing soon?
What do the resumes look like, would be my question.
Okay,
we have
so
to
look
get
at the
that
2
done.
resumes first and see how we stand?
You wanna do that? I mean,
Yeah,
we're-
let's
we're
just see
waiting
what
to
these 2.
develop a little
Well,
bit of a
go ahead
pool,
and
I guess.
circulate the resumes to everybody as they come in, so that we can look at them.
Okay.
I was thinking that would be appropriate.
Is there an idea for a cutoff?
I think, should we just wait to see what these resumes look like first? But, yeah, let's see these resumes and then,
We may have a winner, we may not, I have no idea.
Okay.
yeah, 'cause it is getting swamped back there.
Yes.
Another thing is, CDBG. When is our next hearing?
We're gonna need to have, really needs to circulate their ideas amongst everybody. We need to have a public hearing sometime next month. Then we need to have another council meeting by the end of next
month,
council meeting.
to get the ball rolling for that.
We need to decide what we're gonna do and turn it over to RVE for.
I think everybody knows my opinion, it's streets, and streets. But,
And demolition.
yeah, but mainly, my, streets.
I agree with you.
I agree with that. I really agree with the streets, but I'm also thinking, dude, that we ought to put a bathroom
Yeah,
or
yeah.
up in Ninth Street Park or Tony Mason,
Yep.
Madison Park, because that's really needed badly.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
I completely agree.
There's lots of demands, we'll just have to sort it all out and figure out how much we can allocate to what, and make sure that we meet all the CDBG requirements. Yeah, I don't think you can put it all in the streets, as an example.
So, that's a good question, is, are we gonna start utilizing the zapper anytime? Are we still waiting for a roller?
Well, we've utilized it once already, we do have some money in the streets paving fund,
Okay,
some $80,000, I think we need during the work session, we need to talk about how
Talk
that
about
can be utilized. Maybe put some pavement on Evergreen and maybe look at something like Crest.
okay.
Well, what's the status of the roller, the pull behind trailer, the hot box, everything? What's the status of that?
I have no idea, they release this stuff on whatever schedule they release this stuff on.
Can we find out?
I will try to inquire and see what the story is. They have many steps in their process.
That many steps is almost over a year old.
I understand.
It can happen, yes, but it's in the process of being approved, the contract for that part, while others have been approved.
My next question too is, how is the library's air conditioning unit? Has that been repaired?
He tweaked it again, Councilman, but that is gonna be looked at when the LSA grant comes in for the $77,000 to do more extensive repair or replace that one.
Okay, 'cause I feel that the Civic Center is not gonna be adequate for a cooling center. 'Cause I like to think that the Family Center for their night out, it was magnificent. Myself and my kids had an amazing time down there. But boy, was that building hot, and every room you went in there was hot, and I was like, this can't be a cooling center because it was hotter than there than it was outside.
Yep.
So I think maybe we should start utilizing the EMS and taking up on their terms and saying, you know what, we're gonna ship people down there if they need a cooling center, because the Civic Center is just not adequate.
Okay.
Good point.
Anything else?
No, Mayor, that's it. I yield the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. Karen, your turn.
All right, my report for the parks for June 2026, cut the city parks, cut the ball field for games, cut and clean the pavilions for rentals, changed lights in the boat launch bathroom, got the park and amphitheater ready for the concert, and helped the street department as needed. But I also want to chime in about the CDBG money, and I know we need it for streets, but our civic center needs a lot of repairs, and I think I sent that out to everyone. And I look at this as pre-blight. We don't start taking care of our buildings, down the road, they're gonna be blighted too. We're gonna be talking again about how to tear them down. So my thoughts are, take care of what we have now, because those are huge assets. So I sent it out to everybody. Those were my thoughts. And then, as I was looking through the internet, whenever we arrange for the cleanups, we go through Pennsylvania Cleanways out of Greensburg, and I think, again, I sent it to everyone, and they have a program where they will loan 3 cameras. And the condition is, we have to be willing to prosecute if we see dumping. So we need, if you're out there and you have a private property, that you have to look out your back and you know there's dumping going on, please give us eventually permission to put that on your property. We're waiting for Chief Uhas to come back, because he'll play a big part in maintaining those cameras. But again, I think that plays into what you said, Bishop. If we can catch some people, and there's a lot of research that's been done on illegal dumping in Pennsylvania, and some places have really clamped down on it. They put it in the paper when these people were caught, and they are fined. The goal is to get them to stop it. So I want to think about that. And what else? Also, I've been mentioning the need for the walking track to have the cracks filled in and have it resealed. And the Lions Club, again, I wrote them a letter. They come through almost every time we ask for their help in this community. And they have pledged $2,500. And I have been meeting with a man who is interested in contributing money because his aunt and uncle love the walking track, and he is gonna help with that. But if there's anybody out there that has some extra money, or they're at that track every day and would like to contribute money for this fund, then we can move forward, I think, with putting the word out there to get three bids on getting it done. I'd really like to get it done before winter. It would be nice to have a project finished.
I thank them for their donation.
Oh,
Absolutely.
wonderful. I mean,
Speaking of which, just to make sure that everybody understands, the Lions Club has also asked for August the 29th and to use the walking track, I do believe, for an event. Yeah, oh, it's the boat launch. It's the boat launch.
steak fry.
There you go.
Are we invited? I know.
It's a philanthropist organization. They donate lots of money.
Wonderful. And I also want to mention, if there's anybody out there listening to this and you have an issue with anything that goes on in this town that deals with parks, my phone number is 724-396-9592. You can call me anytime, and I promise to get back to you. I promise that I will try to find somebody to rectify your problem. If anybody knows me, and has known me for years, I do try. So if there's a problem, please tell me, and if it's something I can't help you with, again, I'll go to the right person, because if I don't know about it, I can't help you. So, well, it is the truth. It is the truth. And I, put my number out there, but I have not gotten any phone calls about certain issues that I'm hearing complaints about. And if I don't hear about it, I have a tendency to disregard it. That's just how I am. If you have a problem, I think I'm pretty nice. I mean, I think I'm mannerly. I'm never mean to people. So please call me, because my goal is to maintain this town. And you're right, there is money in the parks account. I would like to see some of that money dedicated to maintenance, because if you maintain little problems down the road, you're not going to have the big problems. But again, I'm not young, and I come from a time when maintenance was important. And this town, I think, always did it in days past. So I'm done. So thank you. That's my report.
Thank you. This time I'd like to open the floor for public comment, addressed to myself on items of interest to the city.
Mayor? Okay, first of all, I want to go back to the basics. We need revenue. The revenue comes primarily from industry, okay, which no one is approaching it.
You know what the Alerta project's all about? That's all about that.
Those projects that you're talking about, you're trying to get grants. You're trying to
That is
get
not a
Peter to
grant.
pay, Paul.
No, that's not what that is.
Each of you guys are waiting for a grant to do the roads, to do the housing. Come on, what are you talking about?
You missed the whole point.
Then you spelled it all out
I
for
have.
me.
For this
But
6 months, I've been talking about the Alerta project. It is entirely to bring in industry into the city. There's very few things
that's
the
only
city
an
can do.
inducement, Mayor. That's only an inducement. You're not going after bringing actual industry into the town.
That's what this is all about.
No, that's just a backdrop. That's not bringing anybody in, okay?
There's a program, part of that Alerta project is a project that is funded through the LSA.
It's
to
a
develop
background, it's an incentive, but you're not going after
It is absolutely,
specific industries.
it's going after all industries, all homeowners.
You're not
Okay,
gonna do
go ahead,
anything,
continue
that's
on,
all
continue on,
politics.
continue on.
So then you're left with getting grants, and then if you got somebody that's in charge of, streets or things, they should all attack the grant situation. They're trying to get grants. You don't attack residents, and try to fine them. Now, last week, or the last meeting, I brought a picture up here. So whatever we got left, if we don't got revenue, we don't got enough grants, the other one is, you gotta have code enforcement. So you got this mill, Cleveland Cliffs, and they dirty the streets with soot and oil. and nobody's doing nothing about it. But you go to them, knock on the door, show them the picture, and say, listen, if you wanna be a good guy, donate $10,000, so then you could use that for fixing the alleys or something. But nobody's doing nothing. We're gonna attack the little guy. If you got your grass too high, or you're throwing stuff on the, it doesn't make sense. You guys are not going after the big players. You're just looking to see how you're gonna make everybody fit properly in order to fit in. And that's crazy. You're not bringing any money. Now, two more things. Tony, you said you were gonna address, after you spoke, how much you got left. Now, what I don't like is this. You got all the money together, okay? I like to see how much money is in the grant subtotal and how much is from the revenue that you guys are collecting from property tax. You guys got it all together in one slush fund, and we don't know what we got here. So I don't know if that's too big of an order for you or not, Tony.
I think it went right over your head as it usually does.
No.
Did I not respond and
No,
say?
you didn't tell us how much
Shut-
was left.
Wait. Did I not respond after I did my report and gave the totals of every every account? Did I not do it? I want a yes or no. I don't want you going off in 15 directions. Did I say that?
I asked for a total, what's in the,
Did I not give that report? I went through all of
You
them.
gave us subtotals.
No?
I gave you totals of what's left in the accounts. Were
Okay,
you
so-
on the phone with somebody talking or what?
No.
So what do
why
you
was
want?
I using a phone here? Okay, listen. How
Listen,
much do
you
we
do-
got? How much do we got in the account right now?
What
After you
account?
Make all the,
What account?
It's that you got it all together.
No, I got it right here broken down. I've done it.
General fund has $587,650.78. That's what he told us.
Okay, well,
Ernie, he
okay,
sat
that
here and
general
read
is
off
together,
totals
grants and
of
everything.
every city account.
You can't mix it together.
We gotta kick him off.
You've got your 3 minutes are up, so let's move on.
I can't help you if you're not gonna pay attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pass the mic on it.
Ask anybody, they won't even
They
know
just
what we
told
got.
you what the totals were, what I just gave.
Ernie, you come to every meeting. He gives totals and balances of every bank account, every single meeting.
Brett LaPresti, 28 Montraver Drive. Line usage fund is 700 and some thousand, I didn't write it the exact. General fund's 587. The 2 trucks we need for the fire department are $135,000 for 3 days, and you get that money back. You could've used the TAN fund for that, or you could use the line usage fund, you can use the general fund.
Can't use the line usage fund.
Well,
for
either
that.
way,
You
we
can't
have the
use-
money there for 3 days and you get it right back. I
You
don't understand
can't
why we
do
don't have
that.
these trucks.
You can't do that. It's against the law.
For any of them?
For all of that.
How come we didn't do it when we had the TAN note? When
The
the
TAN note can be used for that.
We should've did it then.
What, we also had to make sure we had to pay it back.
You get the money back in 3 days when you put it up for that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm not understanding the point.
So we have 2 trucks, pickup trucks waiting for the fire department.
Okay,
They just need paid for.
it's the first time I'm being told that they're ready to go and they need paid for it. I don't know they were ready to go.
Oh, they're ready.
Can someone please,
They're ready. That's part of what we're trying to do with,
what are we waiting for then?
Oh, they're ready.
we're trying to get the
The ones that
CCD to give us the money up front.
Allegheny
Just
Fork.
like we did on the asphalt pavement.
Your name's on it, your name's on it.
But they're not ready, they need other work to be
Yeah,
finalized.
they need all the financial information, they need like, people's names and all that
Right.
kind of stuff.
Right, but they just came in to Allegheny
You got the
Fork.
email, Tony,
When,
your name's on that email that he sent out,
when,
I got it
when,
yesterday,
okay?
And last week, I believe, or no,
but you're saying this is the first you heard?
This is the first I'm hearing that they're ready to go. Nobody's presented to me or come to me, nor,
Read the email, it does say that.
but they're
It says-
not ready yet, they're in, but there's other work that needs to be,
they're not completed then, I would
they're not,
assume.
they're not,
Just like the police cars, well, they're not completed yet.
they're close, they're closer than the trucks. Here, you want me to show you the email?
I seen, yeah.
Who's it, your name, sir?
That's
Paul
Paul.
Wisco, 1420 Jones Street.
You sent the email to me?
No, I didn't.
Who did?
Dude from Allegheny Ford did. Sent it to me.
I don't have anything from Allegheny.
Sent it to,
No.
sent it to Mike, sent it to him.
I don't have anything from Allegheny Ford. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I think I thought I seen it.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I would've jumped on that, and I jump on other stuff, the police cars and all that. I don't know anything about that. And I would know because I'm one of the people that has to sign the check to authorize to get it, and I don't know that they're ready to go and the money can be released. Who? Oh, I'm sorry.
Anything else?
Yeah. We have a LSA grant from 2024 for $29,000. If we don't use it by, I think, the 2028, we lose it. They're giving us something. We don't want it to go back.
Right.
So, and that's, I believe that's for stuff for the fire departments to get. The sirens, I believe, we ever getting our sirens fixed? The fire siren? How about a weather siren? I know that North Belverne just got a grant to get a new weather siren for storms. They just got theirs.
Sorry to interrupt you, I apologize. For the
Good.
LSA, did we start moving that and allocating it for fire equipment?
No. No, I don't believe so at all.
Yeah. And I wanna get back like,
Are we waiting for the state to relinquish that? Is that what's happening?
On the big ticket items, we are, yes.
so I'm sorry, I wanna reiterate a couple things, with the streets. Another thing that's not good for the streets, when they rip these houses down, I watch them track hose walk right down the streets. Matter of fact, Lois was still on council, and I had called her about that when I seen it last. That's not good for the streets, that heavy equipment walking down the streets. They used to put tires, someone would have to just, you know what I mean? I'm sure you know that. But walking that equipment all around Sixth Street, no, I watched it. Not good. So, they're not helping with our streets when they rip them down and don't use the machines, a tractor trailer to move it. And then the unfinished houses, I mean, we're talking about, I could go up Monessen Boulevard, there's a house on the right that has a porch that's hanging off in a driveway dug out. It's had it for 2-3 years.
Longer
Why
than
isn't
that.
nobody on them to get that fixed?
Longer than that.
I'm just being nice. So why isn't that getting done?
Yeah.
Where's code enforcement? And as far as him complaining about people, they're getting fined for their grass, as long as everybody's getting fined, there's not a problem with it, cut your grass.
Not everybody's getting fined.
That's what I'm saying, as long as everybody should get fined.
And the big people don't get nothing.
Well, see, but that's, what I'm proposing is everybody.
Right, I know.
Code enforcement goes, and whatever they see, whoever live, what kind of job they have, if their grass don't meet the code, they're not cutting grass, then they ought to get fined.
Right. Well, I don't know about, in the Bible, doesn't it say love your neighbor?
Well,
People should help out their neighbor if they can't cut their grass, that's all, I know I would.
Right, well,
in my neighborhood, so.
that's true too, but that would be part too of their, when they go talk to the people.
All right, well, the sirens, are we, ever gonna get those fixed though? Who's in charge of that? Public safety?
Yeah, but my question I'm assuming the sirens at top of, his place, we no longer have a connection with those, do we, chief?
The sirens on top of the old fire station?
But actually, in a
Well, they think some people aren't getting, that they're letting some people slide, that's what.
number one, it's broke, number two, it wouldn't work even if it wasn't blown off the building. You'll both go through the one.
Now, does that siren still give out like tornado siren, like?
When we had it rebuilt, the computerized box, it does have a weather siren, which is a whole different term, it doesn't shut off for 7 minutes.
Okay.
But what was happening is that the sirens were broken for so long that it would blow for 7 minutes, not because it was a weather warning,
because the siren stopped.
Let's say it got stuck. I remember that in the past happened, yeah.
People were confusing that as, you know, they're not gonna pay attention to a tornado siren if it's a stop siren.
And I'm assuming we no longer have speakers all through town like we used to, right? Those are all gone. Probably a long time ago. Yeah, I remember seeing some of this.
And Tony, I apologize, you weren't on that email. I apologize.
So, my question about the sirens, what are we having issues with? You said that.
They don't work. Neither one of them work. They haven't worked for years. The one at Hilltop actually, I think they tried an insurance claim at one point. Last year, something completely blew off the building, the hanging. So we're probably gonna have to take off and remove it before it falls.
Did the insurance offer any payment?
I sent my pictures down, Mike, and another guy sent the pictures down. Damage.
I think this is probably something we're gonna need to add onto the list for repairs. But
Another question, what's the status of the tower up there at Hilltop? Remember last year we met and,
It's supposed to be in the CDBG money.
is that coming up?
That's last.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
So it's still
I
gonna
think that's,
happen?
I think it's in this next year, yeah.
And engineers
Part of it.
suggest to take at least one
Yeah.
third down, maybe take all of it.
Yeah, I need to ask you too, do people know what the siren means?
Yeah, see, what if you have any Facebook knowledge, lately Northwell Learning's been educating their public on, they got a grant, they got a new siren. They have their fire siren is in one location, and storm siren is in an opposite location. And when that storm siren blows at a different pitch than the fire siren, they know that, well, that's a tornado warning. They know it's different than the fire siren. Well, the pitch and everything, two different sirens. So, you know, they've lived there so long, they know that, okay, that's the fire siren, that's a tornado. So monitoring sirens, I believe.
how much do they normally run?
Has anybody even got quotes?
It was like $6,000 to get that. It was a lot.
Where'd they get their grant from?
I didn't meet them. I was gonna call their one councilman and ask them, but I didn't get that far yet. But I just noticed it's been on Facebook all week because these bad storms.
And they're getting more prevalent.
They've been blowing quite often, and the public hurries up, gets on and says, oh, there's a tornado warning. You know, they know, that's how you educate them. You gotta educate them through social media, through the newspaper, just so they understand that this siren means this, and this siren means that. And that's what's nice about the #1 fire department having the open house every year. Like Reverend Bass went down, he would tell you, he got well educated in the whole thing, what it takes to run this. And you probably learned more about the fire department Halifax with that open house than, so when people come to the open house, you can do a siren demonstration and say, this is what, you know, this means this.
And that, by the way,
What I would propose is, the simplest, cheapest manner would be to have West Penn Power sink a pole in #1 fire station parking lot. That's a utility.
Yeah.
If you reach out to the right people, they'll do it for you. Okay, they'll pay for it, the installation, call it, try it, or call it, necessity. And they'll do that for you. And then, the original plan was we were gonna have one of the ladder towers from around the area. They were gonna come put the ladder tower up, take the siren down off the #1 station, because it weighs 95 pounds. The old station.
Yeah.
The coffee shop.
Yeah.
And take that 95-pound siren down, put it back up on the pole, and then all we would have to do is have it wired, and then everything's put back. So it's probably not gonna be as expensive as we think, but that's your first step. You have to fix #1s in order to fix #2.
Okay, let's get that ball started then. I'd like to see that happen.
yeah,
If you can get the pole installed by West Penn Power, then get one of the local fire departments with the tower tall enough to wash straight with help. Take that down and move it to the #1 station. The rest of it's just some wiring and computer work. It's already existing equipment.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, gentlemen. Thank you. Yeah.
Is there hiring code enforcement for a new code
Mhm.
enforcement? Do I need to reapply?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. Hello.
So, I have the classic example of why you do have to go after homeowners for not cutting their grass or maintaining their property. So once again, my neighbor's house that should have been torn down 20 years ago, and I started really complaining about it in 2017. I guess I have to just keep reminding you all how long this process has been, and it's only gotten worse. So 2017 is when I finally started complaining, even though it had been a problem for way before that. The 2018 is when the chimney fell off into the alley, could have killed someone. Just last year, a huge rock fell right in front of one of my contractors. The other day, last week, I'm sitting in my front porch, a huge rock falls off of it. Now, they got up there and they, I guess they call themselves sweeping off rocks off of the roof. They're huge. So I'm saying all that, first of all, the house needs to come down. When the previous owner had it, he had told Marvin he was gonna sign it over to the city for it to come down. Instead, he sold it for $1,000. And I would have gave him $1,000 if I thought he needed $1,000 that bad. So recently, they came, well, in the last month, he had some people come and start emptying the house. 2 huge dumpsters of everything came out of that house. They're still throwing stuff off of the roof, the second floor onto, let me show you. I have pictures. Because it's really out of hand, and he's beyond giving him a fine, because he's been fined and fined and fined. I'm sure he's not paying them because nobody goes behind and makes him do anything. This house is a danger, which I have said before. It's unacceptable. So first I started with how my house looks, and then what I'm dealing with next door, and those pictures are now. Now, when I talked to the mayor 2 years ago, and I asked him about this house, he told me that the guy told, well, there's no windows out. And I was like, well, where's he looking? There's windows out in that house. How could that be the criteria? How about going in and seeing how horrible it is? But windows were out. Now they're also out in the front. They were already out in the back. It's been exposed to the weather and elements for the whole 2.5 years that I've been.
Has he been cited by our code
He's been
enforcement?
cited a million times. Citing doesn't work with him. He needs to have that house taken away. He's had more than enough time to make it presentable. And instead, he empties the house and leaves the front looking like this. It's ridiculous.
No, this is on McKee, this is up by the orchard up there, in the corner, you go up, but it's like by Parkway.
He's right by Parkway, which they need to,
That's horrible.
I used to go to church up there.
they need to
Okay,
cut
fine.
or spray. Parkway's getting overwhelmed with weeds.
As I said, that has to be one of the nicest homes
That should be on the demo list.
in the valley,
It should
and
be on the demo list.
Joey,
It
one,
should have been.
Joel, one thing, some people think that you went into that mess, 'cause that's what it is, and built a home. But that's not how that happened.
No.
The house was already there.
The house was built, the property was bought in
Yeah, oh, yes,
1903.
absolutely.
The house was,
Absolutely.
then it was sold, and the house started being built in 1906. That house is in there.
Right,
So,
right.
as a matter of
Is there a
fact,
way we
what
can
I
get it on
believe,
there?
somebody told me that was the first house on the street.
It is on there?
But right now, it's the best house, but unfortunately, you got all that other.
It's too much.
That doesn't just.
So when I
because
came
of
out
it,
tonight,
you can order it
Yes.
fixed or removed,
when I
right?
came out tonight,
Oh, but we can,
and I looked on the front, because
See
it's
what
always something,
has
there's
been
a
done.
table out front,
Yes.
turned upside down, a big table, there's glass on the sidewalk, it's ridiculous.
You know, I have I have pictures on my phone of that,
I can send them.
and I know that none of us up here sitting there
I think it's
on
just for-
council
She
would
said we
wanna
could keep it, that
live
wasn't trivia.
next to something like that.
Right, right. I mean, these are my options for getting to my garage. So I could either come in off of McKee Way and continue to jack up my vehicle. My tires, my dealership asked me, what is going on with your tires? How could you need tires to get in another alignment? Where are you driving? I said, you see I hardly have any mileage. The alley. So, okay, the alley is jacking up my vehicle, and then I can't come in off of Reed because it's worse. One of my contractors got, his tires messed up on that part. I can't come in from the other way because they decided that wasn't gonna be a street, so it's grass. So if I come up between my house and the 644, then I have to hope there's not gonna be a stone fall on my car.
Yeah.
Something's gotta be done. It's beyond ridiculous. Because my next step is to go to the county, because it's not right. It's a danger. I'm gonna go to the county, KDKA, and that's gonna be on the news if you all soon, because nothing seems to get done.
Hey, what do you all think now? Karen and I went up there and really walked the alleys. What do you think we could do to eliminate this concern? Because it is a realistic concern. It's a mess up there. And can you all think of anything we could do to mitigate that?
So what's the procedure for this?
He does a mess on the front, right?
Mhm.
What's the
And then the
procedure for
house
getting
will
this
watch the day,
done?
pull
Just
down
get
the house.
code,
No
needs to be cited,
Right.
And then the house next to that,
Like,
they
it
used to
needs
do
to-
that, I thought he sold it, I don't know, but nobody's there, and that grass is bad.
He's been cited numerous times,
I need to see what was that.
okay,
Mr. Lack of fault.
And then that,
Lloyd, but
grass is,
I know Lloyd has been after this guy, cited him and everything else.
Yeah, and he has been, but that was the point I was trying to make. At some point, there has to be teeth put into this. If we just keep handing him citations, he knows that we're not doing anything. And I understand there could be some money involved here. He needs some constables to serve him. We really need to deal with it.
Can we do that?
The reason I'm so engaged in this is because I walk the whole area and I see the mess that's up there. And I think that we ought to do that everywhere we can do it, not just there.
Linda,
Oh, I don't think I need a mic.
well,
Can
but
you
you
hear
do
me
if you
over
wanna
there?
be on
'Cause I think
Facebook.
this one is working.
yeah, pick it up and talk into it.
Linda Lacy, 1624 Maple Avenue. I got this one question for you, Bishop Bass. Where were you at in the 1960s when we were growing up here? Monessen has never taken care of their streets, especially on Westgate side. So, just remember that. It's not that we haven't voiced our opinion. We live over there, we take pride in where we live at. So this has been going on ever since I was a little kid. Now, when we had more people living here, we were able to sweep our front of our house, burn up our little trash in the curb. They stopped all of that. And far as them dumping, they've been dumping ever since I've been back here. And I've told that, and everybody knows this because I voiced my opinion. They get in their little golf cart and go back in the alley. And I had the street department to put up a sign that they still dump. And then I heard somebody was over there on Parkway. It's like a graveyard, full of stuff.
I'm still trying to figure out your question.
My question is, where were you in the 1960s when Monessen was active? This didn't happen overnight. You cannot even drive down, I don't think you can drive down any alley in Monessen.
Well, let's answer your first question. I was in college and in seminary, okay? the second thing is, there's nothing I said blaming other people.
Well, I'm not blaming
yeah.
anything, but like I'm saying, since you're on city council has never done anything on Westgate side of the town. I've been asking for Knox and 10th Street to be paid for 5 years. They don't even have to go back there where Highland Manor was. Just do the intersection there, take it back to where Mountain View is, or Mountain Street, whatever the name of that street is. If you're doing stuff in Madison Park for people to come in there, give them at least a decent road to park on, to drive on. Madison Park. Madison Park.
Anybody else have anything?
I
Okay.
question, what's going on and what's the status of the issue about the Civic Center?
What issue are we talking about?
The rental?
Oh, nobody's been able to collect from her yet.
What are we doing?
We've written demand letters, we've done everything we can do. What else do you want us to do?
What is this? I'm sorry.
It was rented out for $1,000 and never paid.
Civic Center.
Yeah, for the midget, youth basketball league.
For sure, she's not gonna get it again.
What's that?
Did you have another one?
In the room,
Yeah,
not in the
get out of
gym.
here.
Mayor,
Not the
motion
gym.
to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Is there a second?
We just, what, yeah, what,
Keep it quick.
I ride Reed Avenue every day, driving all the way off work. That boat that's sticking halfway out in the street, somebody gotta do something about that.
Read.
Maybe, go ride up Reed Avenue, right across. There's a car parked in front of the funeral home,
yeah.
you ain't getting through easily, better stop and increase it.
And like Paul was saying, you can't even probably get a truck through there, can you?
Not if there's a car parked on that side, man.
That's what he just said, you know, like,
Yeah, that's,
have to get through there and there's a funeral.
Yeah.
No.
Police issue, court issue.
we got
Probably all the above.
all right, Mayor, motion to, oh,
No,
go ahead.
no.
Mayor, motion to adjourn tonight's meeting Thursday, July, July 23rd at 8:02 p.m.
Is there a second? Second. Any questions?
Not on
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned.
Yeah,
Here's the issue with that. The sheriff's aren't letting call the service.
okay.
Not service.